a shepherd.
The first route that I'll show you for Canyon Crusade is going to be a back to front, and in comparison with the Diamond Source back to front, this one feels a lot easier and a lot smoother to do. And since Canyon Crusade is a pretty large map, you want to be trying to grab the flag at around 300 Sanics, and that is before, without counting your third impact nitron that some of you guys can use. I recommend the sniper to be standing on that tower there. That's at this tower right here. This is so then he can easily get spots, and he has a pretty large angle. When as soon as I go over this cliff, most of the LD won't be able to hit me, but the sniper still can, so that's why I recommend the sniper being on top of the tower. Also, he can easily spot me when I'm coming in. And now the exact same route, except this time the third impact nitron will be used for some speed. And in reality, the route doesn't really change at all. The only thing that the final impact nitron does do is make you go a bit faster. And since the return is pretty much the same, I'll just go ahead and fast forward it. And now I'll show you how to do the exact same route, except this time I'll be using the explosive nitron instead of the impact. And I don't really have a preference because both of them get the job done. And also, for those that don't know, the reason I carry the twin fuser with the explosive nitron is because of the fact that I can sort of disc jump off of it. And the reason why it's perfectly fine to do it with the twin fuser and not with the other spin fusers is because of the fact that when you're using the other spin fusers, you pretty much lose half your health, and so any good sniper can easily take you out. However, with the twin fuser, you lose about the same as the impact nitron, just a little bit more. And so it's like your third impact nitron, and you're using explosive this time. So yeah, the return is basically the same, so I'll just go ahead and fast forward it. The next route that I'll show you for the same map is gonna be a right to left. Now the only thing tricky about it is the fact that when you're coming in for your final landing just before the flag grab, if your guy ends up doing like a lot of these hops, just K out, because what's gonna happen is that just before the flag grab, your guy's gonna do this one giant hop and he's just gonna completely go over the flag and completely miss it. As you can see here that I'm coming in and my landing is completely smooth. Now I tried several times trying to do the same route and with me using my third impact nitron, but every single time what would happen is that I would just keep on going over the flag. And I even tried to do it with reach, but it just didn't work for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that it can't be done with the third impact nitron. So obviously you want to stick with the explosive then, because you can still use the twin fuser. And now the exact same route, except this time I'll be using the explosive nitron and a little something different. Because last time you saw me do that little hop just before the flag grab and use my jetpack, this time what's going to happen is that I'm going to hit the platform on purpose, and it'll cause me to get a little bit of vertical height, which will pretty much let me get the flag grab. And I personally don't recommend doing it like this, because although it might be easier, the thing is that you're going to lose way too much speed. So I really recommend to just do that little hop before you do the flag grab and just use your jetpack instead of hitting the platform like I did. And that's about it for this route. The last and final route that I'll show you on how to do on this map is going to be a left to right, and this route has a pretty large setup time. It's about 1 minute and 5 seconds, and there's really no point on doing this route unless you were doing the third impact nitron or you were using the rock bounce. Now the reason that I say that you need to do the third impact nitron is because not only does it give you a large amount of speed, but also because when you're going that fast you can save a lot of energy and stay floating in the air, and that energy really helps out because right after the hill that you hit at, as soon as you do the flag grab, the hill is going to take up a tremendous amount of energy, and if you don't have that much energy you're going to lose a lot of speed. And with the third impact nitron you have a lot of energy so then you can apply it for the hill and keep a lot of your speed. Now this hill that I'm hitting right here, you don't necessarily have to hit this hill. In fact, I recommend that you hit the one right before it. But the thing is that if you're not going to be using the impact nitron, hit this one because it'll give you more speed. And now the exact same route, except this time I'll be hitting the previous hill, and also I'll be using the third impact nitron for some speed. So then you can see just how much energy I save. And with this amount of energy, you go up this giant hill and keep a lot of your speed. And I'll just go ahead and fast forward it because everything else is pretty much the same. And now the final run for that route, I'll be using the explosive nitron, and I'll pretty much be doing the rock bounce. So then you can just see how quickly I get that flag to turn. The setup is pretty much the same for all these routes, so you don't really have to worry about anything overcomplicated. Now as you can see, I'm coming in for this hill right here. Now what you want it to do is send you as far to the right as possible. This is so it can send you in the proper angle that you need to be for doing this rock bounce. And the key to doing this rock bounce is the fact that as soon as you grab the flag, just don't touch your jetpack at all. If you touch it, it actually punishes you. Now the reason it works when you're not touching your jetpack is because when you're going at such a large speed, when you come off the platform, you're still technically in the air, so the rock bounce will work perfectly fine.